Welcome to Comics Among Us. I'm your host, AyeAlpha.
Alpha was
I
cracked.
got my co-host, Scubasteve,
Steve
bodonedidit,
Longbow.
and our guest for today's episode is my homie Sensei Le Glove from Worst Gem Podcast, aka the Bullheaded Nerd.
Hey,
I forgot the rest of the AKAs.
it's all good, brother. I appreciate you for getting that one. God damn it.
I know all them bitches. You want me to do it?
Look at you. Go ahead. Give it a shot. I'll let you do it. Go ahead, Steve.
Sensei Le Glove, the bald-headed black anime nerd, a.k.a. the bald bitch slapper, a.k.a. King Glove.
Yes, sir.
Wrong may fucking rain.
Let's
a.k.a.
fucking
the ball Blastoise.
Let's
a.k.a. the ball bitch smacker.
Let's
what
go.
Else? What else you had? You had like 10 of them bitches.
I
know all of those.
That shit
ball Blastoise, nigga, I bust out loud. that shit was weak, bro.
For real, bro.
Then he had an intro.
The ballroom dancer, all of that, bro.
Yeah, that shit was lit.
But yeah, man, what's cracking, man? It's your boy Sensei Le Glove.
Yeah, let's get it. I want to hear it.
Bald head, black anime nerd, the ball bitch smacker, the ball Blastoise, the ballroom dancer, the ball bottle popper. That nigga, Mr. Gloves Off, aka King Glove, first of his name, long may he fucking reign in this bitch, man. Shout out to Worst Jam Podcast. Shout out my niggas, bro. We in this bitch.
Okay.
Appreciate you coming through for this.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Hey.
I love to go anywhere to talk nerd shit and just be drunk and merry. That's always my
to
move.
that.
Yeah. And congratulations too.
Oh,
yeah, definitely congratulations. My man is a husband now.
Yeah, man. Or a fiancé, one of them.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's what they call it. That's what they call it nowadays.
Yeah, fiancé.
But as far as today's episode, we want to discuss the first two books of Last Ronin, as well as how comics is reflected in TV and movies.
Fair enough.
So, fellas, I know we all read Last Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bo, how did you feel about the first two books so far?
So let me start from the beginning. So the reason why I started watching Last Ronin. So I heard from you guys because when we were on one of our pod episodes, basically you guys told me that basically all the turtles died and Marcelino died, and it's just one more turtles, and I was like, oh shit, that's kind of like interesting to see how that turns out. So I started watching it, and when they told me that is the one who has great potential, that always tell has great potential that could be better, I was like thinking, because I was thinking like how everyone was thinking who the turtles was. I'm like, okay, let me read, and found out in the first issue who it really is.
Mm-hmm. So did you expect it to be him?
No, I didn't.
Who was you expecting?
I was expecting Michelangelo.
It is Michael.
Is it? Sorry, not Michelangelo, Donatello.
You thought it was Donatello at first.
You thought it was
the smart one, the one in the purple. Yeah, I thought it was him. Because sometimes I know when I watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he sometimes does keep the team back at sometimes. Him and Mike, but mostly Raph, but they hardly do it all the time. Mike does it all the time, but they all do it all the time. So I wasn't really expecting it to be Michelangelo. I was thinking Donatello because I feel like he's the smart one, because when I was reading the issue, like, okay, I guess I was right. It does look at Donatello because he's using his brains a little bit about how to execute things. I was had some little calculations mad going on. At least I think in one page, but I can't remember that. So I think it was him. And then as soon as they got to the first issue at the end, and they said who you have in dream, Michelangelo, I'm like, shit, hit.
Yeah. I'm with you. I thought it was Donatello too.
Yeah. Gee, what? Go ahead.
Nah, I definitely know what's
well, see, wait. So Alpha. I asked GB and all. My bad, Steve. I ain't trying to cut you off. I asked GB and all them the same question, who do y'all think it is? Before they read it, because I had read it and told them about it. Who y'all think it is? And they all said Mikey. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't think it would be Mikey. I'm like, gee, this nigga gonna be the first nigga to die.
Well,
but
like you said, with Mikey, they said that he was the most gifted one. They said, but he don't take it serious.
Right.
So that made sense. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
They said that in the last run that they had or whatever. They said if Michelangelo took it serious, he's actually the most gifted one, but he don't take that shit serious. So you know what I'm saying?
But you thought it was Donnie.
I thought it was Donnie because in that last run, Donatello died. He was killed by the Foot Clan. So I thought this was going to be like a redemption thing where like all the other turtles is dead and this one was going to be Donnie. That's what I was thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? The whole consistency, everybody thought it was Mikey though. Like if you went online,
I hella thought it was Leonardo, bro. Like maybe that's just me. I'm thinking it was gonna be like how you said, like a redemption story, but for Leonardo, because you know he always trying to protect them niggas. So I'm like, he failed at protecting them. They all fucking died, and now he's like on this mission for redemption. That's like as soon as I saw the title, I'm like, that's exactly what the story is. Nope, wrong as fuck,
bro. Was y'all okay with it being at the end of the first issue, the reveal?
Yeah,
I was okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm correct as always. It's just more so because being a Ninja Turtle fan, it just everything just made sense. Even before I even read the first issue, I had a feeling it was Mikey. It was just confirming it because all the actors led up to it.
I honestly and truthfully thought like they was gonna keep it a mystery the whole time until the last chapter.
Yeah,
and then on the last chapter,
they be giving that shit away early, G.
Yeah, that shit would have been lit if it was like the whole time you trying to figure out which turtle. Yeah, and then they reveal it on the last one or something like that. They gave that shit away too early for me.
Fair enough. Go ahead, Bo.
Yeah, and so on the second issue, I started reading Ralph. I know it's about Ralph, and I didn't finish reading it yet. I think I kind of passed out when I was reading it, not because I was bored of it. I just kind of had looked something too much yesterday. But anyway,
that issue was sick as fuck.
But yeah, I won't pour one out for Ralph, but this drink is too.
Oh, well, you can't see my camera. You can't see me because I got my camera off. But I also just did the pouring out for so and so motion. But go ahead.
But yeah, Ralph. I give Ralph a little like respect. That's like I say. I respect Ralph. But yeah, the second issue is going good. I didn't finish reading the last 3 pages, but I probably will start doing it anyway, so you guys can tell. But yeah, it is getting interesting. I like it how it's going to.
Bro, so can we talk about how Ralph went out like a fucking gangster?
Yeah.
Fucking gangster, dude.
But you know that's how Ralph is anyway.
It is, and I hate to see. He's my favorite. He was my favorite turtle. So you hate to see it, but you fucking love to see it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I hated to see him like go, but like if he was gonna go, that was the way to go. He said, "Fuck all that waiting, bro. I'm finna go beat these niggas' ass. Y'all bullshit."
Yeah.
Right. He pulled up and was fucking them niggas up dolo, G, while getting fucked up.
That nigga always be in rage mode, bro. That nigga always in rage mode.
It looked like he had a berserk moment, like just fucking up everything in sight.
He did, bro. That shit was beautiful, bro. Yeah. Like poetic as fuck, G. This nigga fighting underwater, in the water, getting stabbed through the head. I'm like, G, this is insane.
Right. This shit lit as fuck. And it was like one of them things where if it would have been Ralph, it would have kind of been like this nigga would have had to cool off as the last Ronin.
Exactly.
And, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely ruled out Ralph because I'm like, this nigga's way too high-headed. Yeah. He has to die.
Yeah. I think for a fact, I didn't think it was Ralph or Leo off the top, just because they, on some real shit, they get the main love from the Turtle writers and shit like that. So I was like, all right, it's either going to be Mikey or Donnie. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of Mikey's PTSD scene? I don't know if you want to call it PTSD, but like
his conscience.
Yeah, like talking to his brothers. His dead brothers.
That's the best way I gotta see in a minute.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
That survival remorse.
Yeah,
that shit is beautiful. Like, and then when you see the panel of them actually in like the book 2, they show him he's drinking tea.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
You get the arguing with them and shit. You stupid ass fool! If you wouldn't have went, I'm like, damn.
He's like, I would never done like this, but you're not me though. Like,
yeah, G.
I like that he had that monologue with himself too, and then like, you know what I'm saying, like April catch him talking to himself, kind of type shit, like she did in the hospital on the first one. You know what I'm saying? And she said his name. She was like Mikey. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we have to reveal.
Right.
But it was like this nigga just stayed like inner monologuing with himself, and that shit is actually kind of cool.
That shit is dope as fuck.
Yeah, it's showing that Mikey
reveal that he was talking to the turtles. So like you see him talking to his conscience as he was talking, like he was talking to his brothers, and it gets to the second when they actually show the turtles. That's just fire.
Yeah, that shit was fucking fire, bro.
I fuck with that. And then, so how y'all feel about the Casey Jones?
So as far as
you talking about the daughter, or I was gonna say
the daughter and the.
I'm interested to see kind of like they shit, because I just be feeling like, and this this kind of goes the same with like kind of that trope that the main motherfuckers always be so much better than the side motherfuckers, that when the side motherfuckers be trying to help, it's like, what can you do? You know what I mean? Like, not like Casey was trash and no shit like that, but like the turtles were just so much better.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it's like, you here and you knocking some niggas around, but like these niggas really putting in work, and you can't put the work that they putting in. So if these niggas is losing to niggas, you negative diff, nigga. So, but I'm interested to see how she, how she coming, G.
Yeah, because I want to see how she trained up and shit. And wasn't it April that had the like fucking metal arm and shit like that?
Metal
and a leg. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see that whole like.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how all this shit happened. Too.
Yeah, bro. Like,
the next one don't drop till May 18th, if I'm not mistaken. So we got some time.
Yeah, just sit on this one. I fuck with it though. This shit was lit. What was I finna say? How did y'all feel about like his growth and shit? Finding out like
when he went away for a minute to get his mentor.
Yeah,
that was like a good little tie-in. Like, where was you at for all these years?
Exactly.
Like, I'm trying to survive and get my mental straight.
He was actually trying to damn that office though.
Yeah, at first, and he's like, I can't. He's like, I'm the last one. Like, I'm not like my brothers. I don't have the same smart as Donatello. I'm not as strong as Raphael. I'm not a lead like Leo. Like, he's just like thinking to himself, like, what good am I?
Right. And that nigga just got like, jacked, nigga. I'm thinking like, what the fuck would the rest of them be looking like if that shit, you know what I'm saying? Them and that radiation just kind of like just grew on their ass. Like Ralph would damn to be Bane.
Yeah,
Bane off the juice.
Like he was big as fuck. I was fucking with that. And like, you know what I'm saying? They was like basically showing like how he got so big and shit like that. And so I'm trying to figure out like how exactly all these niggas went out, because I know like they went into this rage mode over Splinter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm trying to see like how they really fucking all went out.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you see, like in the second book, they show Ralph's death. So next book, who definitely going to show next?
I think it seemed like it'll be. I think Donnie gonna be last,
because I think Donnie and Mikey have a closer relationship.
Yeah, and he, especially if he's still there trying to like fix Splinter as the story's going, they not finna tell the nigga who fixing Splinter to leave to find, you know what I'm saying, find Ralph or nothing. But I think Leo would leave.
I think Leo and Casey was the ones that left to try to catch Ralph. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So then that probably, and we might even get to see a Casey death. You know what I'm saying, as well, because they didn't necessarily say he was alive. You know what I'm saying? So, or if he was dead, you know, so they might mess around and have Leo die and then Casey walk in real time. You know what I'm saying, as a reveal. Like,
I think Casey survived, because I don't think April wasn't prego in when they bust through, right? They had just got married and shit, but she wasn't pregnant, was she?
Oh yeah.
But she didn't say she was.
Facts.
They might reveal it because
also she was pregnant in that moment type shit.
Possible. And look, how many years went past since Mikey popped up again?
Right.
Like she had a whole daughter who's in her teenage years, or maybe even 20 something.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't reveal the daughter's age at all.
That's true. That's facts. Dang. So
yeah. Sensei, what do you dislike so far about the series?
Nothing. Nothing, G. I fucked with the first two the first two issues. Like, I have no issues. I'm very interested to see how the rest of this, you know what I'm saying, story goes. I love the gore. I love how dark it is. I love that they letting like the original creators and shit like really tell a story. That shit dope. I didn't expect it to be Mikey, but I'm not mad at it being Mikey because I fuck with Mikey. Yeah, I like the atmosphere of this story. I love the dialogue with fucking Mikey and Mikey talking to Mikey. Yeah, G, the action, the art is beautiful, G. I'm fucking with it. It hasn't disappointed me yet.
Fair enough. Steve, for you?
I don't have any complaints except for like I wish we could get it sooner. You know what I'm saying? Like waiting until May 18th, that's a long time. But other than that, you gotta wait for great shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like otherwise come out trash. Well, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I'm willing to wait, but I wish it could, you know what I'm saying, we could get that shit sooner. That's the only thing to me.
They actually pushed the second issue back.
What was this supposed to come out? Oh, well, you said
it was supposed to come out December. It was supposed to come out in December. They moved it to February.
On some COVID shit, or like it just wasn't ready?
It wasn't ready.
See, yeah, like
I respect that. Like, take your time, don't rush it.
Honestly, bro. Honestly, it's a lot of series, bro, both comic and animated. I think would be good taking their time coming out. Like if you think about like series that come out monthly, I think those was having some of the best like chapters. Right. If you could extend some shit, like you drop some shit once a month, but it's like 50 pages. I mean, like I'm cool with that. Like if you could progress the story, like pace that shit well, give yourself time to really do that shit and think it out, I'll be with that.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, yourself?
What I think about it?
As far as dislikes.
I can't really find anything disliking about the comic. About it. I mean, it's like I said, it's interesting to see how seeing how Mikey like survive all this shit. My God, just survive all this shit. Because how, like I said, I was really expecting it to be Michelangelo. I was thinking it was like Donatello, the small one. But yeah, I would like to see how it progressed, like how Mikey survived and how it progressed, how everyone died one by one, or if like like said, Casey's still alive, because he did said when I was reading issue 2, when you say Casey Jones, I'm like, oh wait, he's alive, and then I just pop out like, oh shit.
That made me off too. Like I'm thinking, oh, Casey's alive too, and then they show the daughter later on, like, oh,
yeah. I'm trying to see that shit because I'm like, somebody fuck these niggas up. I'll be surprised.
Them niggas is in hiding and shit.
Bro, they in hiding. 3 turtles dead, Splinter dead, Casey, you know what I'm saying? We don't know if he dead. And then April fucking living like Aokiji with the fake limbs.
And wait. Buddy wasn't Shredder. Like he trying to fight Shredder's granddaughter or grandson.
Okay, Mikey's fighting on Shredder's grandson.
Grandson. Okay, I thought it was granddaughter for some reason in my head. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Bro,
that scene with his daughter, that was him, right?
Training, yes, that was him training.
Yeah, when he was like, "Hey, if you don't find this nigga, you gonna end up just like this dude, like with the head on the spike." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, this shit been lit so far. I can't lie.
Yeah, bro.
You got any dislikes, Alvin?
I'm a turtle fan. I can't dislike anything.
Who your favorite turtle, G?
Ironically, is Mikey.
Funny as hell. That's what's up, G.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Why? He's the laid back. He's the comic relief for the group.
All right, Cowabunga.
And then it's relatable to myself. Where like I don't take things seriously. If I did, I'd be a better person in life.
Fair enough.
And I heard that a lot through high school. So it made me more relatable to Mikey.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who your favorite turtle, Steve?
Mikey.
Really?
Sure.
Why?
Yeah. Because like, I mean, Mikey my favorite because as a kid, like that's all I used to play with. You go to that little arcade and you choose like the only nigga I used to play with was Mikey. And I would, instead of like niggas be like, hey man, play as this person so we can play together, I would stand in line behind somebody that's playing Mikey before I would play with any other turtle. Like straight up, I would sit there and wait. So yeah, this is Mikey for sure. And I don't even know if it's like got anything to do with his personality on some real shit. Right. It was just as a kid, that's who I fucked with. So that's who I still fuck with.
Bo.
Mine is Raphael.
Let's go.
Growing up as a kid, I have a thing for red. So anytime I see red, I'm just gonna assume that you're the coolest person in the group.
Facts.
And so I like.
So you're a Red Ranger type of nigga. I get it.
Yeah, I am. Red. I'm wearing red right now. What you gonna do about
it? Always bet on black.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. But when they don't have a yeah, Raph, bro. Raph has been my nigga for the same exact reason. Ironically enough, like red is my favorite color. So like the turtle that wore red I was always gonna gravitate to him. And then I just like I don't want to say fell in love with, but I got so used to his like attitude and demeanor. So I guess that just came with the territory. I'm like, bro, I fuck with this nigga. He about the action. He ready to fight and shit like that. I used to get angry when him and Leo used to argue because I'm like, Raph, you should beat his ass. But obviously, like, they ain't gonna let that shit fly like that. But yeah, bro, I've been a Raph fan since the beginning, bro. I fuck with all of them. Donatello is like honestly my least favorite, but the rest of them I fuck with heavy. Raph been my nigga, G.
Fair enough.
What's your order? What's your order of the four?
Yeah, if I had to rank them, Raph, Leo, and Mikey tied, and then it's Donnie. Like I can on any given day I can swap Leo and Mikey. Right now I'll say Leo then Mikey, but in another day and on another day where I'm feeling like different, I'll say Mikey. Or he make me laugh a little bit more, or I just get like, cause the thing with me when I was coming up, I loved Mikey's weapons. Like the nunchuck shit was fire.
Yeah.
Okay. But like he was so goofy with the shit, it kind of turned me off a little bit. But I like the idea of like a nigga fighting with nunchucks. Like, I felt like that shit was just so fucking cool. Leo was just such the typical fucking like I'm the hero. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I fuck with that. I fuck with it more because he's raw as hell at fighting than I do with his personality. Like his personality is like whatever to me, honestly. And Donnie, like, although I was a super nerd in school, I didn't like that I was a super nerd in school. And the bow staff just was not it for me, Jay. I'm like, nigga, fuck this weapon. Fuck all your inventions. Just fucking fight, nigga. Be cool. Also, purple is whack.
Bo, yourself, if you was to rank them?
Ralph will be the top one. It'll be Donatello, and then Leonardo, and then Michelangelo.
Dang, Mikey last?
Yeah. Oh. The reason is because I kind of just ranked them because based on how I live my life a little bit, or how I look at life right now, if you may say, because Ralph was like my I don't give a shit attitude, and then Donatello is like explain to it in a nicer way, like please let go of my shirt, okay? I just put it on the press, something like that. That's what Donatello is to me. And then I have Leo, like sometimes maybe I should do the right thing. I just tell them what to do and not let them not fuck up or something like that. That's how I describe it. And then Mike is just like my comic relief kind of thing. So that's usually the last 10 that's I would like to be. So that's my order.
You, Steve?
For me, it was Mikey, Ralph, Donatello, Leo. I always had like this thing with Leo. I just felt
you don't like that nigga, G?
I thought that nigga was a square.
Hey, that's a fact though. He is a square.
Yeah, square.
But he got them hands, G. That nigga could box, bro. I was always with that ancient samurai, ancient, you know what I'm saying, ninja shit. Mm-hmm. His ass could zen the fuck out and like go crazy, G. I love that shit.
I just was like, bro, this nigga always is trying to do the right thing and blowing the mood. And
so you fuck with Iron Man over Captain America, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you fuck with Batman before Superman.
Yeah.
See?
I don't like
that. You like the Boy Scout.
Yeah, that's not me. I don't fuck with that. Like, I don't fuck with Cyclops either. Like,
funny as hell.
Like, I fuck with the
Cyclops get pussy, though.
Cyclops does get pussy. With them ugly ass fucking shades.
They get clone pussy, too.
Them bitches ain't even Ray-Bans. Like, them bitches ain't even Versace shades. Them shits is...
Just got some rose gold shades on.
Right, bro.
Right. Something you got in a gas station, too.
Literally, bro.
Alpha, who you fuck with?
I'm gonna say Mikey for myself, Ralph, Donatello, and Leo.
Okay, so we on the same page then. Pretty much the same order.
Like Leo and Donnie's like kind of tied, so it could flip. Because I don't want to put Leo at the bottom really, because blue's my favorite color. But he's just gonna be there because of how he portrays the leader role.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah, then that's just it for me. I didn't fuck with the fact that nigga just was always on some do the right thing type shit. Live a little, nigga.
Funny as shit. But I know we're gonna get into it, but have any of y'all seen that new Ninja Turtles cartoon?
The one on Nickelodeon?
No, I think whatever one. It was a clip. It was a clip that was surfacing around on Twitter.
That shit
of like their final fight or some shit that was insane. I didn't know it was. I didn't even know they had a new show out.
Yeah, it's called it's called Shredder's Revenge. Last I saw it,
so it got a lot of hate because you know that design that they had Ralph, like he was like real big with a big ass head, and then like they didn't even look identical turtles. They all had different looks. So it got a lot of hate for that. So I never really fucked with it. But then when I saw that Twitter fight or whatever on Twitter or whatever, I was like, damn, maybe I should have fucked with this up.
Bro, because that fight was crazy animated, G. I'm damn.
Yeah, hell yeah. But like I thought my favorite one that I liked series wise was that one in 2003, the one that came on Fox.
Right.
That shit was
okay. As far as the movies when it comes to Ninja Turtles, like what representation you enjoy more? The live action one or like the animated version?
The first live action one, the one like in the 90s.
I do not remember that movie.
Hey, I like that one.
Yeah, not them ones that came out recently, like in
with Megan on Fox.
Yeah, them hoes was trash.
Funny as hell.
Tyler Perry as fucking Baxter. That shit was what the fuck.
I actually fuck with them, not like super heavy. But I didn't see the sequel, but the first one I didn't think was that bad. Like it was pretty dope.
Yeah, I think
it was reasonable for like a comeback.
Yeah,
as far as like trying to be live action.
Yeah, I like the action sequences. Like the action sequences was dope in that movie.
I never watched the second one. I watched the first one, but it was just like, nigga, this shit is about the turtles, not Megan Fox. Get the camera off of her, bro. Like,
yeah, man, fan service, dog.
Yeah, you mean
like the Transformers? Like they focus more on her.
What was the best Transformers movie? We just got to get that out the way right
now.
One.
Really? Y'all think one? Not the one where Optimus killed Megatron. I said that with air quotes. When he killed Megatron and his old Prime.
Prime. Nah. I like one just because of Megatron's entrance.
I know.
You say you like one because Justice what?
Because of Megatron's entrance, like his introduction was badass.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I thought it was lit when Starscream was flying over, and them niggas like none of the military had no idea, nigga, and all them niggas started transforming, and it was like, and I thought that shit was lit because I seen that shit in the theater. So nigga, that shit was lit as fuck.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
but no, them shits got out of hand, bro. Them fucking Transformers movies got out of hand, dude.
Yeah,
it became real fan service and just not about the story itself.
Defense was the cars, in my opinion. So
you said what?
Defense was the cars,
right? That shit was definitely like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like Gundam Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Wow.
That shit was definitely Gundam Fast and the Furious, bro. Or Fast and Furious Gundams.
Yeah, but like you said, they started doing they started doing a lot. I wouldn't be mad at like a not necessarily like a movie, but like if they did like a Beast Wars reboot for that whole Beast Wars.
Oh wait, yeah, when Optimus was a big ass gorilla.
Yeah,
that shit was funny as hell, dog.
That shit was good, bro. Like if they did like a reboot for that shit, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I don't know, but for some reason, you know, they're gonna CGI the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
but that shit was.
I mean, as long as it's good CGI, but since they can do a better job on Godzillas and stuff. I mean, whoever made the last performance, I think they can do it. So Michael Bay, I mean, it can happen. So
yo, that nigga, I thought that shit was just a meme. That nigga really do blow up anything.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like he will blow up anything in his movies, G, no matter what, bro. No matter how small the impact is, some shit blowing up.
Yeah.
Michael Bay is just the blow up king. That nigga.
Every time I hear a Michael Bay movie, I knew that, like, you know, I'm gonna expect at least 1 or 2 explosions. It gotta be big and then medium explosions. That's what I expect.
For real though.
That's like with Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah,
something's always going up.
His gore be crazy.
His gore, bro. Yeah, I was just about to say for him. I mean, with him, for me, it's like his gore.
Yeah,
like
his gore.
His blood. Like when a motherfucker gets shot, the way the blood be shooting out be so nuts. It's like there's no way,
bro. Like even on Django, when that nigga say bottom is Hattie, he shoot that hoe. That bitch. That bitch
flew.
He flew.
That bullet curved like wanted, nigga. Like that angle, at the angle that he shot her, he would have shot that bitch in the arm.
Exactly.
Somehow, nigga, she flew back. That shit.
Mad dramatic.
Nah, I fuck with Quentin Tarantino movies though. G.
Yeah,
that nigga's a fucking genius.
Yeah, I kind of wish they made it more Kill Bill's movies because
they have to, G. And I'm damn that, bro. I seen this one tweet. It was a fan made tweet. It had to be with Zendaya. Was Zendaya
and the daughter?
Yeah, bro.
I remember seeing that.
I'm like, do that shit.
Yeah, Kill Bill.
Oh, just to get off topic real quick.
Speaking of Kill Bill, my bad.
Speaking of Kill,
who do you think will win a free for all? Uma Thurman as as the queen or the bride. The Colombiana. What's his chick name? Atomic Blonde. Soul. Or Scarlet Witch. Who's walking out that free for?
Who was the last person before Scarlet Witch?
Salt.
So Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
It should be. It's Scarlet Witch because of the.
I'm thinking Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
but I'm like, I don't know who's the second person you name. I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Colombiana?
Yeah, Colombiana.
That's what Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, but she's human, so.
But she
all of them human. All of them human.
But Scarlet Witch is a reality.
Not Scarlet Witch. I mean Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
okay.
Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow.
Okay, I'm about to say Scarlet Witch definitely.
Okay. They fixed it out. It's just because WandaVision is still in my brain. So
yeah, I feel it. It's between the bride and Black Widow for me. I feel like that could go either way, but I'm leaning more towards Black Widow.
I'm gonna go with Salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably go. I'm gonna go Uma Thurman. To be real,
make that a tweet.
I'm gonna go Uma Thurman for sure.
Yeah.
So wait, say the question one more time because you kind of lost me there.
Okay. Okay, and a free for all. Who's winning? The Bride, Uma Thurman from Kill Bill, Angelina Jolie as Salt, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, Zoe Saldana as Colombiana, and the girl that plays Atomic Blonde. I forgot her name. It's Charlie something.
Charlie Theron or Theron or whatever.
Sherry's Theron, whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I never seen Atomic Blonde, so I can't.
I never seen that movie either.
It's like Jason Bourne on drugs, but a woman version.
Damn.
I would say Scarlet Witch, but then again, I kind of had to think about it like intelligently. And when I said think about that, I think like Black Widow, Scarlet Witch.
She just too cold, bro.
Yeah, because I think she you gotta have someone that could take out like real quick or what next to do next, and then Black Widow just popped into my mind when you got her name in there. So
like the Bride is also good with like chaotic situations, which is why I'm like I think it'll come down to them too.
I got Uma.
So yeah.
I got Uma because that fucking crazy 88 scene was live as fuck.
Crazy. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like she good with them with fighting multiple people at a time.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going with.
Fair enough. That was just a quick toss in.
Yeah, for sure.
On to the next subject. How does comics get adapted to TV and movies? Does it get represented well enough, or there's some plot holes or like missing things in it?
Steve? Okay, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, okay. So originally like the Marvel TV shows weren't doing great until they really came out with the Daredevil and
we talking live action or in general?
Like live action one.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was going to say you talking about the other ones too.
Yeah, I was about to say, damn, so you gonna just say all Marvel TV shows was bad? Like them shits was lit.
Man, some of them live action.
Not the live. I was talking about cartoons.
Cartoons are straight. Yeah.
No, the cartoons is, but they ain't bad DC animation. So
that's a fact. That's a fact. But
DC
like
animation different.
we gonna have to have a conversation. We gonna have to have a conversation of like X-Men Evolution versus Justice League and shit like that. Like we gonna have to have that conversation.
I tell you this. As far as an animated series, Young Justice like probably top tier.
I mean, but I ain't putting Young Justice in the X-Men Evolution category.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not putting that. That's a different age. Like that's a different age. Dude.
Like Young Justice, like kind of go tier as far as TV animation.
I don't know, bro. It was until the third season. Dude. The third season wasn't that good.
Like they didn't need a third season. They could have left it alone after the first. They could have
left it alone after the first two, and then I would 1,000,000% support that go tier conversation. But they kind of dropped the ball with the third season, and kind of it lost some points for me after that.
That's
I definitely feel you.
The third season got away from like I feel like the first two seasons was on Cartoon Network and it fit. You know what I'm saying? It flowed well. For the third season, they tried to do these adult themes and stuff like that, and it didn't really hit like that. They tried to do gore.
They tried to age the show with its audience.
Yeah, they tried to put the blood and the gore and the sex and shit like that, and it just really just wasn't like how it was. And I was like, bro, I'm cool with it being, you know what I'm saying, kiddie if you're gonna do that, but you know what I'm saying? They tried to do too much out on the third season to me.
Right.
Yeah, there was way too many shit going on. Like I think one time it was like a love triangle or something. I can't remember.
And I started getting lost in the characters too, bro. Like
first two seasons, it wasn't focused on like the main group no more.
Yeah. It was just these new motherfuckers and trying to figure them out. But I wasn't really fucking with them, so I'm like, why are we fucking with these niggas? Like,
But now I'm kind of interested in season 4 because of the way they did season 3 with making old boy, what's the nigga name? Making him the bad guy, the villain,
the Prince dude.
Yeah. So now I'm kind of fucking with to see what season 4 gonna hold. But, So what was he asking? Oh,
so like
action.
Live action Marvel.
Live action.
Or not Marvel, but like just comic book.
Like how they adapt that, how they translate from the comics to the live action.
I think they do pretty well as far as like Daredevil did well. I thought Luke Cage was cool. I know y'all don't like the Jamaican accents. Alpha.
Funny as hell.
Alpha hate that shit. But and I thought Jessica Jones the first season was dope too. Only one that was really trash was Iron Fist. That shit was garbage. But,
I actually enjoyed Iron Fist first season. It wasn't as good as the other ones. Funny as hell.
Sensei, what's up? I'm gonna have to need you to log off now.
I did, bro. Like it wasn't. I'm not saying that shit was like the best shit ever, but it wasn't absolutely butt cheeks to me, G.
I wouldn't call it butt cheeks. I was gonna say that shit was homeless. It had no home on Netflix for that shit.
And I fucked with the Punisher too.
The Punisher was fucking fire, G. Punisher and Daredevil top 2 for me.
Yeah,
Punisher don't get enough respect as far as the show. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it as much as
Punisher. Yeah, they need to, G. I think what happened, nigga. A lot of niggas was talking about Punisher until that third what the fuck movie was that with dude with the dog, Keanu Reeves.
Oh, John Wick.
That third John Wick came out, and then everybody started having a conversation about could John Wick be Punisher and shit like that. And like everybody was going off the hype of the movie, so like niggas was bro, get Punisher the fuck out of here, and then it like lost his steam. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Punisher is fire.
You fuck that nigga up. But as far as like the DC TV shows on the CW, I feel like it's a CW thing, so that's part of it. But like the Flash and Green Arrow started off pretty good. Mm-hmm. The issue is the CW does this thing where they put 26 episodes in a season. And I feel like you stray away from the main plot with 26, 24 episodes.
Really?
Like, if they could condense them hoes into like 12 episodes, because you get 24 episodes and then like 3 of them be some bullshit.
I think they be making a plot stretch like that on purpose though, G. Like because them shows be episodic as fuck, except for Arrow. Like Arrow is the only show that wasn't as episodic. Like it was still episodic, but like every episode was like pushing the narrative towards the main villain. Mm-hmm. Like it wasn't as villain as the Wiki, which is I guess some shit that we saying now, hellas. But like, it wasn't as villain as the week as like the Flash, where it's like, yeah, we need to stop Zoom, but in the meantime, this other nigga tweaking.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Versus like Arrow was like always every episode was no, we need to fight. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The main villain is tweaking right now. Let's do this to stop his ass.
Well, yeah, that's how I felt about Arrow early on. But like once you start to get to like Arrow 3 and 4, like it's like 3 or 4 episodes be some bullshit where you could have condensed that whole into like 12 to 16, 24
like,
episodes.
It was like filler episodes.
Yeah.
Had filler episodes.
For sure. Like, is that how y'all feel about the crossovers? Y'all feel like them shits is filler?
No.
The crossovers is a hit or miss.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I'd be very excited to see the shit, but it never like delivers to the degree that I although I really did fuck with the Crisis joint, for the most part, the crossovers don't really hit. Like what was the Flash one, that Supergirl, when they was like they went back in time and they was like it was like a musical.
That was just more comical.
Yeah, that was comical, yeah.
The only 2 I fucked with was Flash and Green Arrow. I didn't really mess with Supergirl and none of them other ones.
I made it a point to watch all of them shits except for Black Lightning. You can call me racist if you want, but that shit was terrible.
The acting was terrible.
Yeah, bro.
I was watching Black Lightning for the wrong reason.
And I'm like, no, G.
I was watching Black Lightning for the wrong reason.
For them chicks.
Yeah.
Chicks with them cheeks.
Yeah.
Yo, we have to talk about how CW's black women be bad as hell. Like they pick some badass females to be these supporting actresses, leading actresses.
Yeah, like dude, I can think
Iris West.
Iris is the coldest bitch on in comic book TV right now, bro.
Yeah,
she's so cold, bro. Her and then Javasia. Javasia, who playing Black Woman right now, Batwoman right now. I said Black Woman, funny as hell. Batwoman right now is so bad, bro.
It's just people don't like it because she's black, and this is the way they portray how she got the whole suit. I
haven't even seen it yet.
When I watched that first episode, I'm done with Black Woman. I gave you 2 chances, Black Woman.
Funny as hell.
I gave you 2 chances.
But other than that, I'm definitely going to support my sister.
Yeah. Do we know what happened? I never read the story. What the fuck happened to the first chick?
Oh, she don't want to do it no more.
Yeah, so Ruby Rose was like, I don't want to do this no more.
Why though? Did she give a reason? She just said, I don't want to do it.
What was she just said, I didn't know the reason. She just said, I don't want to do it no more. I'm thinking more like it just didn't fit her persona.
Right.
Yeah.
I think she did a good job, G. I fucked with it.
But yeah, I starting to get used to her towards the end of the first season 1. I'm like,
literally.
And the next thing, I hear wait, she quits already? What's gonna happen? Might just cancel the whole show, right? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, nope. CW wants to keep on going. Really?
Man, they want their money, boy.
And then they bring in this black chick. I'm like, okay, cool. There's a black woman. I've never heard of a black Batwoman. I look through comments oh, there is one. Okay, cool. Let me see how the first season starts. Oh my god, I quit. That's how I was after the season 2 of episode 1. I was like,
I still haven't seen it, but I'm too deep, G. I have to watch all of these. I'll be watching Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, Arrow done now, but
yeah. I should try to.
Yeah. Legends of Tomorrow don't be having that many episodes. I think y'all would fuck with that.
Oh, I watched Legends of Tomorrow.
Them shits really do be having 15 episodes.
I tell you this. The last time I watched any of the shows was right before the Infinite Crisis crossover.
Did you watch the crossover?
No, not at all.
I think you'll fuck with it. Check it out.
Crossover.
I gave up on the shows because y'all really dragging everything.
Funny as hell.
Especially Arrow.
Yeah,
it became a love story.
It did become a love story.
So who y'all think is the best casting out of these? All of the live action, not just the CW, but all of them, even on the Marvel.
Best cast.
Cast.
If we talk movies, then it's definitely Infinity War.
I'm saying as far as the role, what actor played their role the best? Who was the perfect cast?
I think Punisher. If I gotta say anybody played the role perfectly, what's the name?
Including movies?
Including movies, or we just talking about?
Including movies.
Well, no, the Punisher movie, no.
I'm talking about as far as TV and movies. Who's the perfect cast?
Oh, okay. If you're saying TV, I was just saying TV, but we can do
for TV. I definitely got Punisher.
John Brethel.
Yes.
On The Walking Dead.
That nigga cold, bro. With his little twitch and his little lazy eye, he be making me think he's the craziest nigga in the fucking world. G. I will believe it, bro. I will fucking.
He definitely embraced that pretty well. I'll give you that, bro.
If as far as movies, I think Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man is probably the best pick.
For me, yeah, too.
I'm going with Ryan Reynolds.
As Deadpool? Yeah. That's a fact, G. Actually, yeah. That's that shit is
I'm going to say this.
Watch them shits.
With Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, they literally changed the design of Iron Man in the comics to match Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, exactly.
My perfect TV one is Vincent. Something. He played Will Fisk on Daredevil.
Fisk? Oh yeah, bro. Nah, he was good.
Bro, that nigga is a good actress, bro. Have you seen if you look at all the stuff that he been in, bro? That nigga was in Men in Black as the fat dude. I can't remember his name. Well, one of the agents, W, I think.
Yeah, W.
Yeah, and then he's in he's in so much crazy
CSI. He's in what's his thing? Law and Order.
Yeah, he's on Law and Order. He's in Magnificent Seven. He Big John. That joint, bro.
The first time I seen him was Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, bro. That nigga be accurate. So I felt like that nigga perfect, and I was actually happy that they was talking about putting him in the Spider-Man joint.
Yeah, they say to keep him.
But that nigga go hard. And then as far as the movie, I agree with Sensei. Tony Stark was dope as fuck. But if y'all gonna say that they changed the role for him, I actually like buddy Chris, whatever his name is from Captain.
For Thor?
Oh wait, no, Captain America.
Okay.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Yeah.
I think Loki is a perfect pick too. Like I can't see nobody else being Loki. When that nigga contract up, they just can't do Loki no more.
Bro, y'all know he auditioned to be Thor, and he didn't get the audition.
Yeah.
And then they gave him. They said, "How about you be fucking Loki?" And he was like, "All right, cool." And he actually auditioned to be Thor.
Yeah, that nigga's a dope ass.
I could see him being the Riddler if he goes to DC.
I could see him being the Riddler.
Yeah, man. What's old dude from There Will Be Blood is gonna be the Riddler though. What's that nigga name? Can't remember his name. He gonna be the Riddler. Damn, what is he? He's in There Will Be Blood, and he's in that other movie with Hugh Jackman, where Hugh Jackman was trying to get his daughter back that got kidnapped by that little creeper ass nigga.
Fuck Hugh Jackman.
Funny as hell. Funny as hell.
The creeper nigga that kidnapped the daughter is the nigga that's gonna be the Riddler in this upcoming joint.
So what y'all got is like y'all worst, like the worst.
Fuck Hugh Jackman.
Halle Berry.
You think Hugh Jackman's the worst fucking Wolverine? Like he's not a good Wolverine?
Nah, I think we just dealt with it because we tolerated it.
Damn, that's a take, boy.
I've been saying this take to the wheels fall off.
That nigga ass, he done stood on that hill for a year.
That's a take. I fuck with Hugh, G.
If we going,
you wanted him to be much more. You wanted him to be much more gruffy and angry.
If you're gonna go ideal to the comic, he definitely didn't fit the role. I think it's more like people tolerated him because he was the only option.
Damn.
Like they never replaced him.
Bro, you good?
Yeah,
hey, bro, lit as fuck over there.
Bo, who you got as your worst? Who's the worst cast?
Let's see.
But that's for movie. TV show, I'm gonna say
my bad.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, that shit wasn't too hot, G.
I would say Halle Berry as Catwoman.
What? You bugging.
Bro, she was trash, bro.
You bugging. The movie was bad. She was lit, G.
She was trash in that, and then she was even worse as Storm. Fucking.
Ah, yeah, no, you gotta go, dog. You gotta fucking go, dog.
Bruh, fucking what happens when a frog gets electrocuted? The same thing that happens to everybody. I was like, what the
that was a bar. That was a bar.
I ain't gonna front. Yeah. All the X-Men movies, their writing is horrible. Every single movie was horrible. Outside of
I was about to say, wait, what you say?
Outside of First Class.
No, bro. Days of Future Past was lit. G. Don't do that.
That's not the Days of Future Past I want to see.
Get the fuck out of here.
Heavy comic book then. Because I like Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past was fuking lit. G. I
like it, even though not
about Wolverine. I'm sorry.
He said, I'm so sick of fucking Hugh Jackman. So you ain't like his last movie, G?
Okay, Logan was good because of one reason.
Don't undermine.
No, because of one reason. One reason why. It was rated R.
Okay. But I don't think that's the only reason.
Right, bro.
No, it allows you to do more with the movie.
Okay.
That makes sense.
As far as like being the gruffiness, the gritness, it allows you to do more. So like Wolverine is not a rated, you can't dummy down his character. Like his movies need to be rated R. That's why Deadpool movies is successful because of the R rated.
The second one was
it was mediocre. I give you that. But I'm just saying, as far as like traditional, like because of the character itself, it has to be rated R. Like you can't make like Blade rated R. I mean, not on PG-13. I mean, it has to be rated R.
Was the first 3 Blades rated R? I don't remember.
Yeah, the first one I think they are.
Yeah, but, the first one was.
What's his name? JB from the Anime Lately. He made a good point though. He said if you make Blade rated R and then you tie it into the rest of the Marvel universe, now you have to make these other movies rated R, or you can't.
I don't think so. Not necessarily.
You don't think so? I felt him on that in some sense.
I think that whenever he has his tie-in moment, it just won't be in the rated R capacity, if that makes sense. Like,
okay,
like he doesn't have to. His introduction.
You don't have to fully do it, but like
his tie-in don't have to be him cutting off several heads of several vampires. You know what I mean? Like that ain't got to be his introduction. It could literally just be a meetup with another nigga. Yeah. You get what I mean? And they curse in PG-13 movies. So it ain't like
I'm talking about as far as like the gore is missing out on some of the movies. Like I probably have a different aspect on Hugh Jackman as Wolverine if his movies was rated R.
Well, his movies sucked, and I don't think making it rated R would have made them better, in my opinion. But because just the story was bad.
Him being a supposed great actor didn't help it either.
I don't think he's a great actor. I just think he played that role well. But obviously, you disagree because you feel like
nah. Some people feel like he's the god casting of all time. Like
nah, I would really not. I think as far as worst, my bad, Bo. Did you ever get to go? I know you were trying to say
yeah. He's in his own world right now.
So let's see. As for I would say the good casting for all the live actions I've seen. Maybe Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. because I think his character sticked out. For the worst, let's see. For the worst in the movie, I would say Daredevil.
Movie, okay. I was the TV show for a second.
Movie, yeah.
Let's say, damn.
Yeah, calm down, man. I don't give you a heart attack tonight. But yeah, for the TV show, the thing they did a good casting. Which one was it again now? Actually, I think the Arrowverse, Stephen Amell, I think they did a good casting.
The dude that plays Arrow?
Yeah. I think it is good casting. Because they got a guy who could almost fit like a Green Arrow vibe from him, and he does most of the walkouts.
So the thing about that, Bo. I think we're about to say the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, I just liked it for that because I didn't expect like the person who plays Green Arrow would do his own like stunts and like bow and arrows, but well, yeah, go ahead and say what you say. But
the thing about Green Arrow for me, and maybe this is just me, I've never known his character to be as brooding and serious.
He wasn't.
You know what I mean?
Right. So like that was what threw me off. Not to say that Stephen Amell isn't like a good actor, but like when I heard that there was gonna be a Green Arrow show, I expected it to be kind of somewhat lighthearted and cool.
I said the same thing,
but I felt like it was
the Green Batman.
It was the Green Batman, and I don't think that's trash because it led to like some of the dopest shit. But it was like y'all taking the Batman opportunity away from Batman because I don't know if they have any.
Gotham was
right, bro.
Like Gotham was okay for the most part, but they rushed Bruce Wayne to be Batman too early. Right. Like they didn't give time for the actual story to develop.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I enjoyed Gotham, but I stopped watching that the Mad Hatter part. That's when I fell off. So I didn't get to that rushing of the Batman and all that.
Yeah, they definitely like rushed him like to be like he was starting to wear like a mask and a cape and all that. Like he's still a teenager. He embraced Batman to like his mid-20s.
Right.
Yeah. And honorable mention for worst cast, Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane was.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
She had the look, but she sucks.
Speaking of Spider-Man, I hated Tobey Maguire as my Spider-Man. That crybaby motherfucker there.
Funny as hell. Funny as shit.
Like his facial expressions just doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry.
Looking back, that's a fact.
As far as like him playing Spider-Man, he was decent. But Peter Parker, I hated his facial expressions. Like,
shit, really? They did. They did some bad casting on a lot of this shit because old boy from that '70s show playing Eddie Brock.
Oh,
not that 70s show.
That's top 5 worst cast.
Bro, I'm so surprised you motherfuckers ain't said fucking Lex Luthor.
I was gonna
That's
say
that was who I was.
He's in there too. I'm gonna say Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique too.
I actually fuck with her.
I liked her though.
I actually fucked with her.
She was.
I think she was not as good as the first Mystique through the first trilogy, in my opinion. But even that Mystique was. That Mystique could have, if that Mystique talked more with the same attitude she had, I would have fucked with her more. But like, I think
with Jennifer Lawrence was the fact that she stopped caring about the character to the point she wore less makeup every movie.
Damn.
To the point you see her regular face.
Funny as hell.
If you pay attention to every single movie, you see less makeup on her every single time.
Okay.
People didn't never notice that. Like she was done with the role. That's what she was like.
Sansa ass definitely shouldn't have been the fucking Phoenix. Shouldn't have been Jean Grey.
Oh yeah. She was, and then they was even talking about. Well, I think that niggas protest that shit, but they was trying to make Kristen Stewart play Rogue in the fucking movie.
Oh,
niggas was protesting that shit.
I'll protest that shit too. Kristen Stewart is a horrible actress.
She can't be
super. I tell you, she needs baby oils for her dry acting.
Bro, as soon as I see her on the fucking trailer, I just be like, I'm good on whatever movie.
That's why I didn't watch the new Charlie's Angels because she was in it.
Yeah, she trash as fuck. But they was talking about making her Rogue. I got a question. So before I ask the question, because the reason why I think about this question is because Philip Seymour Hoffman died, and he was supposed to play the Penguin originally before they even selected Bane. It was supposed to be the Penguin for that Batman, and it was supposed to be Philip Seymour Hoffman. And I thought that nigga was gonna be good as fuck as that shit. But with that being said, who is y'all dream cast? Who is y'all like? If you had to make a character and cast them, you know what I'm saying? Who would you choose for your dream role or whatever?
Make a character, not
make a character, but like
pick an actor to play a role in a comic. Who would you pick?
That's
my bad. I've been drinking.
I've been drinking.
I'll be right back.
All
right, bro. That's a tough one, G. Let's see. Who don't we already have?
We don't have. Even if you do villains too, or even if you do like for this new Batman run, you can.
I truly don't care who plays Batman at this point. I really don't. They could really
I just feel that they just need to be more versatile as far as like other DC heroes. Get a lot of recycled movies, like another Batman. Like it's just getting recycled. That's just for me.
I would love for Johnny Depp to play somebody in one of these superhero movies. I don't know who, and I don't know what. Like initially, when Dr. Stone was like announced, I assumed that he was gonna be. I mean, not Dr. Stone, Dr. Strange. I assumed he would be like Dr. Strange or in that movie to some capacity, but he wasn't, and I wasn't mad at what's the fuck his buddy name?
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, Cumberbatch. Yeah, I'm not mad at Cumberbatch. I don't think he's the best Doctor Strange, but he's not that bad.
Yeah.
But I want Johnny Depp to play somebody. I just don't know who.
I'll take Jude Law as Howard Gordon.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I know a lot of people want John Krasinski to play Mr. Fantastic, but I wouldn't mind John Krasinski playing like an adult version of Barry Allen. I think he was.
I don't give no fuck who played Barry as long as they fix that stupid ass run, bro. sloppy ass, nasty ass arms and legs. Like, what the fuck type of treadmill they got this nigga running on for these scenes?
I would love that, like John Krasinski for Barry Allen, and I would like. I'm not sure if this is true, but it's like a rumor right now. They saying that Wesley Snipes would play Dracula in this new Blade, and I think that should be lit.
Funny as hell.
You know what I'm saying? Because you already know Wesley Snipes as Blade, so for him to play the villain and play Dracula, that shit would be live as fuck.
Right.
I'm still curious about Jared Leto as Morbius.
Yeah.
They gave us a trailer, and it was pretty valid for a little quick sneak peek.
Yeah, Jared Leto, he said that he did Joker right. He said it was just the writing. I don't know how.
How the fuck he gonna say he did it right? I did it right, bro.
He said that's what they.
I think it's more so like that's how they pictured Joker to look. Like they gave him that image, and he just had to go with it.
Right.
Yeah. He claimed. I didn't like his laugh still, so I don't know. But yeah, that's what I would like to see John Krasinski as Barry Allen or fucking. I wouldn't mind once I saw that rumor with Wesley Snipes being Dracula.
You trying to see Michonne as Storm?
Negative.
Matter
of fact,
she can't be anyway.
Since you brought that up, I'll take the dude that played Carl as the next Robin.
Nay.
Who?
Coral. Fuck out of Coral.
As Robin.
No, bro. And which Robin? Which Robin you finna say? Just any
Robin?
I
say Jason Todd Robin.
The one that died? Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah. And he grows up to be Red, and then he grows up to be on Red Hood. Why not?
Yeah, I'm with that.
I want Buddy from Umbrella Academy. 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the little kid that's in Umbrella Academy. I want him to be a Robin. I think he'll be fine. But he got to do it now because that nigga finna hit puberty. Like,
funny as hell.
He goes straight to Nightwing, pretty much.
Yeah, but I think that nigga fire. I think he'll be a dope Robin.
I'm trying to think who else can. Like what other roles we haven't got yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to think about.
What they saying? Keanu Reeves is Moon Knight. Moon Knight.
Yeah, because Moon Knight don't show his mask, don't show his face, so you can put anybody under that.
Yeah, you could really use a bomb ass stunt double.
Funny as hell.
You know what I'm saying? He put with a mask on, and he fucking kill that shit. Did y'all like what's his name? Y'all like Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk?
Edward Thornton, my Hulk.
I like Edward Thornton.
Yeah, I think
I didn't have a problem with Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk.
And that's the thing. I think he just tried too hard to be funny.
Yeah, but that's Marvel in general, where they trying to put that comedy in there. So
yeah, but yeah, like especially like
Thor.
Yeah, Thor 3 and on. That nigga was trying too hard to be funny. I'm like, all right, G, like we get it, bro.
That's the script.
Yeah,
I blame the script.
Fair enough. But I ain't really had too much of a problem with him, but I did fuck with the Ed Norton.
He was hard.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alpha. You got another question?
Okay. This is a random question. If you could choose to live in like a universe, the Marvel universe in New York or DC universe in Gotham, which one would you pick?
Definitely not Gotham, bro.
New York, bro.
Yeah, I'll take Marvel in New York, bro.
I like to survive a lot longer.
Bro, I'm not having no nigga in no bat suit beat me up for smoking. What the fuck? Bro, them fucking tweets and memes about that shit is so real.
Yeah.
Like, bro, now you in the alley fucking having a fucking brain aneurysm because you was smoking a fucking zip.
Bro, and I seen that shit out there.
I'll say this. I'll be in New York. I'm just not going to Manhattan. That's it. That's where all the shit happens.
I'm about to say, you got a better chance as
I'm not gonna lie. When we was in New York, I was being super nerdy. Where's Avengers Tower at? I'm like, where do Spider-Man be swinging through it? That shit was funny. Go ahead.
You could have went to Hell's Kitchen. That's by my high school.
Yeah.
That was at?
Yeah.
Like the whole Daredevil verse.
We basically spent most of our time in Manhattan, so we ain't go too far out and explore the whole city.
Yeah, it's not too far from Times Square, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But, yeah,
I would definitely choose New York just because there's more superheroes there, so I got more chances of living.
Funny as hell.
Being saved. Nigga in Gotham.
I tell you this, Gotham, Batman's that one person that could save the whole city. He's been doing it for years.
Man, fuck out
you
of here.
good?
You good? Dead niggas, man.
Well, you straight, G? Is you like drunk as hell? What's going on?
I'm
good. He ate that whole fucking edible.
You ate an Addy, G.
That's why he's slowly fucking turning.
Slowly sliding. Bro, that shit
about to wrap it up for you.
That shit exploding in that shit exploding in this nigga head right now, G. He said, right.
Yeah, I'm just chilling right now.
I got my red cup just sipping.
Yeah, bro. Like when Cam said he ate the whole thing, I was like, before the show, why would you do that?
What would you have? A brownie, a cookie?
It's cereal bar.
Damn. I think the most potent edible I ever had was a full ass brownie. That shit, I thought I died. I could see the future, G.
I had a nerd rope one time.
A whole rope? I had a gummy bear and was fucked up, but a whole rope? I don't know.
Yeah.
We went to Vegas and my homeboy, he fucking like got some of them damn edibles, and the nigga was like, I can't feel shit. So he ate like 3 or 4 gummies. And
oh my God.
This nigga was passed out at the fucking bar. I was like, bro, I was like, now we gotta take your ass back to fucking a hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
Fucking whack.
That shit wild.
I don't fuck with that shit either though.
But back to the main question because we went on a tangent real quick. Sensei, like, how do you feel like how they translate the comics to the big screen?
Like live action.
Are they doing it justice as far as live action or not?
All right, so obviously we gotta separate this question, Marvel versus DC, unfortunately, because the answer kind of changes. I think generally they're doing a good job. Whenever I speak about like comic adaptations, excuse me, I'm drunk still, or like anime live adaptations, it's all about like how they make what the fuck be going on like in this book seem realistic enough to the viewer, right? It's like, don't make it feel like it's too much, but make it still fun. Like, make it so that I enjoy what I'm watching. I think Marvel does a really good job of that. Partially, probably mostly because most of their stories are more down to earth than supernatural. Not to say that they don't have a whole lot of crazy supernatural shit, because they do, but they dial that shit back some until they really need to up it. But they set you up for the uppage, so it's not just you get thrown into this place where a motherfucker is doing a whole lot of crazy shit. You get what I'm saying? As far as the story goes, I think that like I'm not the type of person that has too much of a problem with how they change and adapt the stories to make it fit the big screen, because realistically I understand that you're gonna have to do that to try to make it realistic, 2, make it easy to follow for people who haven't seen comics or don't have any interest in reading comics, and 3, just because you don't want to have to run into too many copyright issues. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of that shit don't be making sense, especially because like different authors and shit be changing the motherfucking story 50,000 times. You know what I'm saying? And like they'll tell a story and then it'll just abruptly end and then retell it a different way because they didn't fuck with it the first way. So it's like
retcon it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then they be trying to connect little pieces and shit like that. So instead, they try to make their own story. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not critical of the work that they put out, but because I have accepted that they're going to try to put out their own shit, I don't like judge too harshly when it's not exactly as the comic. Like, I loved Infinity War, and I didn't hate that it didn't go like, you know, where the fuck is Adam Warlock? Where's Doctor Strange? Why didn't you do it? Like, I wasn't doing, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't.
You accepted that they is their own universe.
Yeah, bro. Literally. And I was fucking satisfied with what the fuck they did. I think they knocked it out the park. Now, DC. while I think all of these same tools that I just discussed are available to them, they have not executed them well. And I don't know if it's. I've had this conversation with so many people, and so many people point the finger at everywhere else. Like,
okay,
I've had people point the finger at the directors. I've had people point the finger at the what the fuck, the Kevin Feige of whatever DC. I forgot his name.
I forgot his name too.
But that guy, like the president, the head guy, I've had people point the finger at him, and then I've had people point the finger at the casting. But I think ultimately it's a combination of these things. I think they need to find, like, I think whoever the Kevin Feige guy is needs to figure out what the fuck he wants to do. Either that or have a passion, like a deeper passion for it.
The crazy thing about it, they replace that person. So pretty much anything from Aquaman on, it's a new person.
What you mean?
So, okay,
like the head of DC?
Yeah, the head of DC was changed.
DCEU?
So anything prior to Aquaman is probably the guy you're talking about. Anything after that is a whole new person.
Okay. I didn't know that. I know that they was trying to get rid of like Zack Snyder, but he's not like the head. He's just a fucking director, right?
Yeah, he's just a director for just the movies. He always was under contract for a set amount of movies, so he's just gonna take care of it, and they're gonna just pay him out with that.
Right. That's why they're basically trying to replace him and get some new people, but it's like that's now causing you to like say fuck whatever continuity y'all just already created. And
like I because from what I remember, like the new guy said, he's like, you know what? Everything that happened before me happened already. Right. We're gonna take our time and release our movies at a steady pace. We're not trying to catch Marvel, because that was the issue with the first guy. He was trying to catch up to Marvel and not take his time.
Right. That was also an issue that like motherfuckers would point the finger there too. Like y'all trying to be too much like Marvel, y'all need to. But it was like they were trying to be too much like them while not being like.
They wasn't being themselves.
Exactly.
Like, do DC shit. Like Knox said last time, y'all really trying to be Marvel, and y'all not trying to be DC.
Exactly. Like, do DC. Y'all stories are extremely fucking dope. Like y'all have the fucking directors, or you know what I'm saying, at least creative directors in all of these animated fucking movies that y'all putting out. And these niggas is cool. And they fuck with each other and they do this shit. Like, bring these niggas in. You know what I'm saying? Do an individual movie about an individual person and let these niggas take off. Yeah. Like, all they really need is for one Iron Man. They need their Iron Man. They haven't had that yet, in my opinion. Yeah. By that I mean a solo movie that's like crazy good.
Because they do it, but it's always Batman, which is in his own verse. It's never
right. Batman had his own joint.
The only DC movie that I feel the Iron Man movies is mediocre.
But that's what I'm saying. But the very first Iron Man movie took Marvel off. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit was crazy.
And Man of Steel was supposed to be that movie, but it was too dark. If you get what I'm saying.
Are you saying dark in themes or dark in like tone?
Tone.
Okay.
Like, Superman's character isn't a dark tone character.
Yeah, at all.
No.
So it made him seem like he was like isolated. They're like still trying to figure himself out after his parents died and all that, and that wasn't necessarily his character.
Right.
So pretty much Man of Steel was supposed to be the first Batman of that universe.
Yeah, I feel it, but they just dropped the ball, and so now they're in the process of just trying to find that niche. Like, a lot of people say, well, that was Wonder Woman, but if you compare Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman to the first Iron Man, there's no competition. It's not.
Yeah, I could say that. I enjoy Shazam more than Wonder Woman.
I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep on Shazam. That don't mean that. You said rewatch it.
Rewatch that. Bro.
Yeah, that don't mean that I'm saying it's trash. I just fell asleep
on it. I haven't seen it yet.
Just rewatch that.
But yeah, in my opinion, I think that they just need one good solo movie to hit, meaning hit everything. So perfect cast, perfect story. You show the shit well. It was cool as hell, fun, relatable. Story was at the top. Like, you know what I'm saying? It go crazy in the theaters. Boom. This is where you start and you build from this.
And like the recent Wonder Woman movie was under the old guy too, as well.
Okay,
so that's under contract under him too. Yeah, so like pretty much like the original first movie under this new guy, will be, if I'm not mistaken, Batman.
Okay.
Like he has his hands on that one.
See, and when I was talking to Knox or whatever, Knox was saying they should do that New 52 shit. Like they make it seem like
literally bro. They could. Oh my god, it won't be.
No, that's the crazy thing about it. The new Batman is a young Batman, even though the actor's old as fuck.
Yeah, I was about to say it won't be as good as like Infinity War, no shit like that. But if they could just pull off a movie where they erase all that other shit, y'all can make it funny, y'all can make it serious, y'all can make it however the fuck you want, and just redo that shit and start over. I think that shit would like they could, you know what I'm saying, clean slate, G. Even if the movie wasn't out of the park, like the fans will recognize what they're trying to do.
Yeah, because they got the source material for it too. The source material even showed that they fucking had a New 52 and like Flash fucking did some shit and fucking reset everything. I think they could pull that shit off. You got the source material for it.
Like I would rather see Flash come out now,
literally,
and give us like.
But they need to fix that run. They need to fix that run, bro. That shit. I would be so mad at that movie, G, if it's like that.
Yeah, because Flash is like one of my favorite characters.
He is my favorite DC character
on DC.
Bro, he's my favorite DC character, bro.
It's because, bro, the Flash shit is so good to me.
It's so cold, bro.
The Reverse Flash shit is so dope to me. Like I've never, like I read all the comic books and shit like that. I've started to read and stuff like that, and I never thought about like the main character and the villain having the same power, and them niggas it actually working. Like that shit works, bro. Like that shit is fucking good as fuck. I was not expecting that shit to work like that. That nigga might be my favorite villain, especially because of the fact that he can't die. And the nigga just keep popping up everywhere. And then even his origin shit was dope as fuck. Finding out like he was trying to be Flash protege. And then, you know, he come in the future and then he find out that he the enemy. And he like, how the fuck did that shit happen? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And he ended up driving himself crazy. I thought that shit was dope as fuck.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But that be the shit that we be talking about. Like DC has the fuel to like go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like they got the ammunition to go crazy. But like they just don't execute that shit well. Like it's too many villain stories that should be cold that y'all make cheesy. Like what the fuck was that Cheetu shit? Not shit. Yeah, I said Cheetu. I'm thinking Hunter. That cheetah shit, G. Like that. Why was her origin story so fucking cheesy, G?
Bro,
and we're not going to talk about Wonder Woman too.
I'm just saying, but like, don't make that shit so fucking cheesy, G. Like, make it legit. It can even be subtle, like
even Aquaman was solid. Like,
yeah, it was solid. G, it was solid, bro. But that's what I'm saying. They just need one that's gonna knock it out the park on all points, and then they go.
I just feel like. Since like MCU is like it's not dying, but like there's a gap for like DC to catch up. Not to say catch up, but like put their stamp on the universe.
Right.
Now needs to be it. But
honestly,
unfortunately, but us dealing with COVID is taking time.
Yeah.
On some real shit, because they can do it like how Sensei said, because Watchmen was fire as fuck. If Watchmen never came out and that shit came out like next Friday or some shit, that would be their movie.
Yeah, bro.
Like that shit could still hold up now and be fire as fuck. And it was like they did that bitch like play by play of the comic. You know what I'm saying? Whereas they didn't try to go off on the whole different, we gonna do this and we gonna do this differently. They just did that shit straight from the source material and that shit fucking worked. You know what I'm saying? Like
sometimes you gotta do that.
There's no reason why DC shouldn't have that shit together, but they they really just trying to, play catch up for some reason and put out a Justice League movie and nobody got a solo film. So don't nobody give a fuck about Cyborg.
It was one solo film, bro.
It
was one solo film. That was
fucking Man of Steel, bro.
And then you go into Batman versus Superman, which is like literally after DC Rebirth.
Yeah, like that shit just, I don't know, bro. It just didn't fit, bro. It was like, bro, you giving me a Cyborg backstory in the Justice League movie don't make sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Like, I don't want it right now. He should have had his own movie, and then you come out with this shit.
And the thing about it, he's not one of the original members of the Justice League.
Yeah,
they just threw him in there.
It should be Martian Manhunter. To me,
it's supposed to be one of the Green Lanterns.
Yeah, one of the Green Lanterns. That shit flopped, so they trying to get away from it, I guess.
But they could have just did a new one.
Yeah, they could.
Now,
just
as
do
far
a
as
new
the
one.
Green Lantern,
Marvel
as far
has
as Green Lantern,
you need different Hulks. Go ahead.
Green Lantern needs to be a TV series. It can't be a movie. It's too much lore to fit in a movie.
Okay.
Like you can add the character to the movie, but as far as the origin and world building, it needs to be a TV show.
Okay.
Ain't they coming out?
It's too much. They're coming out with one. It's called Green Lantern Corps. Yeah, it's not even focused on one lantern. It's focused on the actual core itself.
Okay. Yeah, I think that should. I read that Darkest Night shit, so I'm all for that shit.
Blackest Night,
yeah.
Blackest Night.
That shit was fire, and I wouldn't mind seeing them develop that shit into a series if they did, because that shit had me.
If you want to that won't probably come out to 2024 though.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you give it 4 seasons on that,
if you give it time, yeah, of course.
Yeah, that shit.
It's all about pacing yourself when it comes to world building in your universe. That's why with Marvel, it literally took them how many years? 11 years to get where they were at now. The first Iron Man movie, and they gave us 22 movies in between all of that. 11 years.
Shit, I think the first Iron Man, what they come out 07, 05?
08, I believe.
08.
Shit.
See, so you got mad years of world building in these characters. There was definitely some bad movies. There's a lot of bad movies in between, but it helped build the story. Because the whole focus was the Infinity Stones in general.
Yeah, and they knew that they wanted to do it. That's the thing. Not only are y'all executing this perfectly, but y'all got a plan. Y'all ain't just throwing shit out there.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing I heard y'all say that Thor movies is trash. So I actually watched. Got my girlfriend or my fiance rather, to go through all Marvel movies with me over the summer. And she absolutely loved every single Thor.
Really?
Not only does she love every single Thor, she thinks the worst Marvel movie she's ever seen is Doctor Strange.
Whoa.
I'm like, wow, babe.
Whoa.
I can't even take you anywhere with this take, bro. Are you serious?
Okay.
I think the worst one.
Gotta love it, though.
Iron Man 3 or Thor 2?
I actually fuck with Iron Man 3, so I give you Thor 2 as the worst movie. Worst
Iron Man 3.
That's cap, G.
Up there.
That's cap, G.
No. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. I take that back.
Iron Man 2.
Captain America. Captain Marvel. The worst.
Captain Marvel? Okay.
Yes.
Captain Marvel was pretty bad. It was pretty mediocre.
It was, yeah.
I thought
Captain Marvel. If I would give a bottom tier, Captain Marvel, Thor 2, Iron Man 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
That's cap.
Oh, I like Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, I didn't like 2. I definitely enjoyed 1. I didn't like 2.
That's cap, G.
I like that one too.
I like 2 too.
I say Age of
Ultron. I'm Age of Ultron needs to go to hell.
Funny as hell.
It's literally called the Weekend of Ultron. Everything happened in a weekend. You cause that much destruction in a weekend, bro? That makes no sense. Ultron is a villain on Thanos level, where he needs a drawn out series as well. You don't give him one movie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I need to fucking read Ultron then if that's the case, because I haven't heard a bunch of people say that shit.
Ultron is literally my second favorite villain.
I think the movies did the movies did his character well, in my opinion. I just didn't like the movie.
As far as the portrayal, I give him that. I give you that. Yeah. But as far as the movie, that shit made my blood boil.
Funny as hell.
I'm sorry.
At the end of every episode of WandaVision, do you want to watch Age of Ultron? No.
Literally.
No. No, I don't want to watch that shit, bro. But yeah. I think that.
What I was saying before I went on that little tangent. Fuck Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, Thor 2, Iron Man 3.
As far as like, okay, my thing is this. Out of all the MCU movies, how many movies do you consider at least an 8? It has to be at least 8 out of 10. It has to be at least an 8.
How many?
Yeah. I'm saying this like this because you know they got the big bundle where you get all the movies in one.
Right.
Would it be worth your money if at least 75% of the movies at least an 8?
It depends because it depends on what you're trying to get out of it. Because if you're trying to get out of it, like you said, overall, all of these movies, equate to an average score of 8 out of 10, then no, it's not worth it. But if you're trying to get holistic, story, you definitely need to get all of that, regardless of what the overall score is.
Because I'm saying, this based on, rating alone. Okay, for instance, Iron Man 1, what's you rated?
8. Iron Man
1 down to 9 or 10.
Yeah,
okay.
9.
The first Captain America movie.
Lower than an 8.
6.
So that's.
I just love it.
Okay. You can put it whatever. It's not an 8. Not an 8.
Okay. First Avengers movie.
10.
Iron Man 2.
Not an 8.
7.
Out of 5.
Thor 2.
Not an 8.
3.
Okay. Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay. What's next? Ant-Man.
9.
And that was because
that shit was fire, bro.
It was fire, and
it was funny as fuck.
Bro. I didn't think that shit was gonna be that good.
Fair enough. Iron Man 3.
Not an 8.
Not a 7.
Okay. Age of Ultron.
Not an 8.
5.
Okay. Captain America 2.
10.
10.
Fucking 10.
Okay. Fair enough. Black Panther.
9.
I don't think it's 10 like everybody else, but it's high up there.
So I said 9. Yeah, 9.
Civil War.
9.
Okay.
7.
What?
First Spider.
You said the first Spider-Man?
Yeah.
9.
I'll
Okay.
get that
8.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
8.
I like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I don't know why you don't like it.
Right. 8 for me.
I'll be 9. 9 is good.
Okay. Spider-Man 2.
8.
9.
Okay. Thor 3.
8.
I'll get that 8. I like Ragnarok. I don't know why a lot of
Ragnarok was lit as fuck.
Yeah, Hella saved the movie. Hella saved the movie for me.
I felt like they definitely replaced Thor with Silver Surfer with Thor for that pretty much whole thing, as far as World War Hulk shit.
Nah, they combined it 2 movies into one. Yeah, they added Planet Hulk with
Planet Hulk, not World War Hulk. Planet Hulk.
Yeah, so they added both movies into one. That's why. So that's why, for me, if Hella wasn't in it, it would definitely be a 4 probably.
Damn.
A lot of these movies get high ratings because of their villains, bro.
That's fair.
But I mean, that's what
you're right. I'm I ain't mad at that.
You gotta have the whole thing.
A lot of times,
sometimes the villain can carry the movie.
I'm not. There's nothing wrong with that, G.
Yeah,
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Because, for instance, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, the second one with Doc Ock.
Doc Ock was lit as fuck.
But Doc Ock is one of the greatest villains. He slept on.
He carried that movie.
Yeah, bro. But that's not a bad thing, G. Like, you want a movie where, like, a lot of... I forgot who the fuck said this shit. I think the funny thing is Falcon lame ass said this shit. And this shit is the truth. A lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times the main motherfucker don't be the motherfucker that we supposed to give a fuck about. Like, we just kind of there with them. Everybody else around them is what's moving this movie. So then be the motherfuckers we supposed to be paying attention to. So it sometimes like we say that in a negative way. We say shit like, bro, this motherfucker carried this movie. Or this motherfucker, like, nah, this movie's carried by this, or this carried by that. Like, sometimes we use that as a slight. But when it comes to like villains or like the cast, I don't necessarily think that is a slight. Like, I think it's okay. Like, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have a cast that's so fire. Like, if we think about, I hate to bring this to anime, but like JoJo Part 5. Like, JoJo Part 5 story-wise, right, story-wise is not that, you know what I'm saying? It's not that, but that cast is fire as fuck.
Fire as fuck. That's my favorite. You know, like, I know y'all be saying y'all love 4 or 5. My favorite, bro.
I'm not mad at it. 4 is definitely the best, but like, I'm not mad at the 5 take.
Yeah, that's
like, people say 5 because of the group itself, not because of the story.
And that's what I'm saying. But that ain't necessarily a bad thing. Like, because
the cast, people say 4 because of the villain.
Yeah, the villain and just how they told the story for me.
The story was, and plus my man Kuski, the GOAT, best side character in anime. I'm sorry.
You and GB gotta let that one go, bro.
I about to say, in anime,
you and GB gotta.
We have a conversation.
Nah, real talk. There's gonna be a podcast episode, best side characters.
For sure, we can definitely.
I'm down for that.
We can definitely have a Words Them Inside the Mind collab session, because when you talk about side characters, Kuski's up there.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
Yeah, up there, but the best,
the Part 5 crew is definitely in that tier too, because it makes the show.
Yeah. So the villain that they talking about for this next Thor is supposed to be Gore the God Butcher, and it's supposed to be Christian Bale.
Yeah. You have to read about Gore the God Butcher.
I didn't read that, so I'll be going in that movie blind, honestly.
Oh, I
say this. I'm gonna send you a link where you can catch up to this whole story arc, and you're like, wow.
Bro, if Christian Bale,
you gotta read it yourself. The person will read it for you.
Bro, if Christian Bale play that bitch right, that hoe gonna be lit. If they do that bitch right, that shit gonna be lit. That nigga was beating all
his character. He literally kills gods. Like, if you're on God tier level, you can't defeat him because of the weapon he carries.
Yeah, that nigga had Thor shook in that bitch. That nigga Thor was fighting that nigga, and he was like.
But the thing is, with Thor, he's supposed to be like Odin's son version Thor. That's the thing. He's supposed to be. He embraces his father's throne,
power and shit, right?
Yeah, all that. So you're talking about a person that's the villain that's supposed to be able to defeat Odin's son,
right?
Son Thor, yeah.
That shit was a little
break rules.
If they do that whole right, he gonna carry that story for sure. So
yeah, I don't know if we've been keeping count on how many 8s or not 8s we got.
Okay, but because I damn near remember most of the, like, so far I counted at least 9 for Sensei, as far as 8, if I'm not mistaken.
8 or more than 8, you saying?
Yeah, 8 plus so far. Because remember, there's 22 movies.
Yeah.
So far, like, you're not even halfway there.
Yeah. Okay.
So in other words, you wouldn't buy the bundle. Because I think I got like 3 movies left.
But did you name all of them?
Captain
definitely didn't name all of them.
He was on Ragnarok.
Ragnarok was the last one. I said. So Captain Marvel.
That's not an 8.
That's not an 8.
Another 8.
Okay. Infinity War.
10.
Endgame.
9.
Ant-Man 2.
You got Ant-Man 2. You got Doctor Strange.
No. I have to stop y'all for a second.
Okay. What's up?
Why is Endgame a 9? Without the fight scene.
Without the fight scene?
Yeah.
Without the fight scene, it's like, it's not an 8.
I enjoy anything with time travel, to be real with you. Like time travel.
Hell no.
I enjoy that shit. So
I like it with the Flash because they be making sense of that shit.
Yeah.
Like they the only people that be keeping that time travel shit honest. Like everybody else be trying to like make it something that it's not, like, or like make it what they want it to be, which is just bullshit and it don't make sense. And I saw an interview with them niggas trying to explain that shit, and it still didn't make no fucking sense.
Where they was saying the timeline, you can't just go back and kill this nigga.
Yeah, bro, because they was trying to explain how the fuck Captain America was able to take every fucking stone back to where it was supposed to go to, and then go back.
The analogy they said they used a Dragon Ball Super analogy with Trunks.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
That's the same analogy.
And that shit was dumb too. That was the worst arc Dragon Ball has ever had in the history of Dragon Ball. That Zamos arc was the worst fucking arc in the history of Dragon Ball.
I'll tell you this, I enjoy that better than the Tournament of Power.
Cap. And the Tournament of Power wasn't that good either. But that shit was just worse.
I'm just saying, I enjoyed that more than Tournament of Power.
That shit. Like,
that was a terrible one.
Another episode.
But like what's it called? Quantum Break, that game and whatever. That time travel shit was so lit to me. And I just like anything with time travel, if they do it like,
I was gonna say, if they do it right.
If they do it like, if you give me like a 6 or 7, you know what I'm saying, out of 10 time travel wise, I'm with it. I like the fact if that's what you sticking with, like you can't just go back and kill it as a baby because that'll be on a different timeline. Right. So this is on a different timeline. If that's what you sticking with, stick with that shit and roll with it. I was fucking with the fact that, you know, Loki kind of escaped, so now they can come out with a fucking Loki TV show, and if you really want to, if he somehow make it into this universe, it fit. You know what I'm saying? It works. You know what I'm saying? Like. So, like, if you gonna set your rules, stick to them. That's all I ask. But I fuck with this shit.
We know what I need from MCU.
Without the fights, it's like probably a 6 or a 5 for me. With the fights, it's definitely a 5. Yeah,
I gave it like a 3 without the last 45 minutes of the movie.
Well,
I just felt like the story dragged a little too much. Leading to everything, like
it did drag. I just wasn't that mad at it, but I'm not gonna not acknowledge the fact that it dragged.
I think maybe because
I think it's more like people enjoy it enough because they invested so much into this last movie.
Yeah,
that's why their rating is high.
Oh no, that final fight scene was fire as fuck, dude. That's undeniably one of the best fucking scenes in cinema.
I can tell you this. I could watch that alone without watching the first beginning of the movie.
We do that shit all the time. Hell yeah, we do that shit all the time.
I did it with the first Avengers.
No, bro, you gotta watch that movie.
Nah, the first Avengers you can watch from the
you can watch all the way through, but some of the times I was watching, I would just wake up and just watch the fight. As soon as Hulk says, I'm always mad. You know what I'm saying? I had that shit timed. It's like an hour and 43 minutes into the movie.
Funny as hell.
Like, I had that shit timed. I would just wake up and I would press play at an hour 43 and just watch that shit from there. Like, that shit was lit to me. So I do it all the time with fight scenes like that. Like, I'll just watch the hoes.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, Aaron from Black Anime?
Oh, Lagan was cracking, dog.
Lagan.
Yeah. So funny thing is that was me and Steve was will play tonight, but I kind of forgot that we had this tonight. So I'm like, oh well, Aaron,
you had shit, dog.
Bro, you ain't gonna be no help when we play tonight. Anything like
hey, that was the point about like I'm gonna come in, play Aaron drunk and slightly high or maybe too high.
Slightly?
Golf.
Slightly. That's an understatement.
That whole fucking bar. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I was don't give a fuck shit when I took that ball. I was like, fuck it. I just gulped that shit like it was like
now your brain is on fucking fire.
I don't hate it. Moving on.
I mean, but ultimately for me, because I like the holistic story that they told from phases fucking 1 through 3, I would buy the collection set if I had to. $100 collection set or however much that shit would be, I cop.
But it's 100 now, so
if I'm looking at the list, because I got the list in order.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna count all the ones I think are an 8 or above.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15.
15, 8?
From that's 8 or above.
Okay.
That's from Iron Man 1 to Spider-Man Far From Home.
Okay, so that's in order. That's 23 movies.
So
let me see. We got one. Are they counting the Hulk into the universe?
I mean, it is.
I mean, it is.
I'm looking at the list. I'm like, are you counting this Hulk movie?
I am counting that Hulk movie, and that shit is not an 8. So I didn't count that as an 8. But I did count it.
I see it's part of
because I do remember Samuel Jackson pulling up at the end, and
he for sure did.
Tony Stark.
Okay, so it definitely makes sense now.
Yeah, Tony Stark said, "I told you that wasn't gonna be enough." But I mean, even if I got Disney Plus, so I'm not buying no bundle package.
Oh well, no, yeah,
no.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if we,
I'm saying, as far as if you were a collector,
yeah.
Okay, but yeah, like, I mean, if the point that you're getting across is you don't have to have a whole bunch of great movies as far as DC, they just need that first couple ones to get the ball rolling.
Pretty much.
Okay,
yeah. And that's good. I agree.
I think that's originally what you was going with. Then we went on like crazy tangents and shit.
We did, but no, I 1,000,000% agree. I don't think that they need to have the craziest discography. I don't know if discography is the word. I'm drunk right now, but like, they don't have to have the craziest catalog. Yeah, that themology. They don't have to have the craziest catalog of movies for me to think all that shit's is trash. I don't need to watch them. No, but if they're telling a holistic story, whether all the movies is trash, and I just like the final movie, I buy all them shits. Like if it's like a culmination of bullshit that leads up to the shit that I like, I'm with it.
Just will watch them hoes.
Basically.
Yeah. So, but like pretty much like with them whole fucking things, what movie would you want to see like done right DC wise?
Flash.
True.
Flash.
That was not a movie. I want the Green Lantern. Like,
yes. And instead of them making Superman black, fucking make a damn Jon Stewart movie.
Yep. I think that'll work. Wasn't they talking about Idris Elba as that shit?
They was talking about Idris Elba. They was talking about the dude that's gonna play Blade. There was Tyrese. Like,
not Tyrese.
Please don't give me Tyrese. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm okay with Michael J. White.
He can't act, bro. He can't act.
I prefer him over Tyrese.
I 1,000,000% prefer him over Tyrese.
Yeah. But I mean, no. Yeah, it would probably be Flash for me too, though.
Yeah, definitely Flash.
Like right now, he my favorite character. Well, it's not even he my favorite character. What's his name? Eobard Thawne is my favorite villain. Right now that I've been reading. That nigga go hard.
It was me, Barry.
Yeah, bro.
I jacked you off at the speed of justice.
Just watch that
you.
That was just
That shit was nuts, bro.
Your first kid. Thought it was
Exactly. You thought she came at a woman's touch.
Oh, like, nigga, you know how fucking mad you got to be at a nigga to fucking jack
do some shit all right, bro. Beat him off.
You pissed off, but yeah. That would definitely be it. So.
I think that's about it.
Going through the list. This is a great conversation, fellas.
Bro, for real. We honestly and truthfully, we talked about everything in the universes. We talked about comic books a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it was more so.
I mean, we kept the conversation generally about comics.
No, I'm saying I loved it though. You know what I'm saying? Like we gave it a little bit of everything.
In some capacity.
Yeah.
It's pretty much out the element of our normal anime love.
Yeah, no. But I fuck with it though. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I like talking about this shit.
I love that we talk about everything with our pod.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Next time I gotta hop on this shit to tell y'all why Devil May Cry is one of the greatest games ever made.
I'll be the last one. It was pretty good.
I definitely embraced that as well.
Oh shit! Yeah, we definitely both put together your video game episode until Sensei pull up.
Yeah, sure. I don't mind. He can pull up.
We could do it like this too,
for sure.
Video next time.
Next time, definitely just let me know so I could be prepared. Like.
Fair enough. We could probably add Aaron to the mix too if he's willing to pull up.
Aaron play video games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bet it up.
And pull up. I can hit up Ray.
Definitely thought Aaron was one of them too cool for school ass niggas. For sure.
But yeah.
But I want to thank everybody for coming through. Especially you, Sensei, pulling up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, man. Y'all
won't be the last time you're going to hear your voice on the pod.
Nathaniel.
And Bo, make sure you take the longest nap ever.
Yeah, bro. You about to fucking pass out when you get off this mic. I won't be surprised.
The real talk, he got the Forrest Whitaker look going on.
Literally, G. I wouldn't be surprised if this nigga head hit the table when we hit leave.
That's why I'm like watching to make sure I don't hit anything as soon as you guys leave. Like,
bro. And that's gonna be a long fall for you, cause nigga, you 6'8".
Imagine the earthquakes.
And your ass too fucking tall to be fucking falling.
Yeah.
Any last words, fellas?
No, man. This is. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, I need to guess for last.
I about to say I didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
That was both.
I gotta go. So follow me on Twitter, and my Twitter handle name is bodonedidit. It's my handle name for Twitch. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, I would really appreciate it. I play a bunch of games, sometimes solo or interesting games to play. Just because I just enjoy trying out games that are like single players, and since I got Game Pass, why not try games and just stream it online? So that's why I'm doing streaming. So don't catch me on stream, and that's about it for me.
Follow me on Twitter, Scubasteve1428. Slander me, do whatever the fuck y'all normally do. We trying to get I'm gonna push this narrative of getting Sensei to get back on Cuphead. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm gonna do for my
life. I got my 5G. That shit's still on my 4, and I'll be damned if I waste 5 space to play Cuphead. You got me fucked up. That shit is not worth it.
Play it on the 4.
Boy, no. Boy, no. That is some pain I'm not trying to relive. Gee, that shit was irritating.
Yeah, go ahead, my bad. Like with the breaks you was taking, when you was like playing once a month and not playing in between, you lose that rhythm. You definitely got to play
every day, all day.
Yeah, it took me.
I had a fiance now, G. That shit damn near super cooked,
bro. It took me almost 2 months to beat that hoe, and I was playing it regularly.
Like, and see, I'm a game beater, G. Pause. Like, I beat games.
Yeah, I'm the same time as you.
Like, I play games and try to flip them bitches in a couple days. Like,
yeah.
So for some shit like that, when I'm playing a boss for one boss for multiple days, I'm damn near ready to, bro. I don't even want to think about how angry I would be at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Don't ever play Neo then.
Oh yeah, nah. My homie trying to get me to play what the fuck was that From Software game about the nigga with the robotic hand? It was a samurai ninja.
Sekiro.
Yeah, Sekiro.
Sekiro. Twice. Yeah.
He been trying to get me to play that shit, and I'm like, gee, y'all not finna keep pissing me off with these games. Like y'all not, G. Like,
yeah.
And I fancy myself a very good video game player, but like, when shit just be unreasonably challenging, nah, bro.
Oh, like Devil May Cry 3, The Last Fight. Fuck that game.
Actually, bro, I'm so crazy good at Devil May Cry. I'm not one of them like combo masters that you be seeing doing air juggles and shit online. I'm not one of them, but like, I be like, I can casually beat Hell in Hell mode like without dying too many times. Like, you know what I mean?
Man, I died way too many times in Hell mode. So like,
so yeah, but yeah, man. No, yeah, bro. Follow me on Twitter at Sensei Le Glove. Follow me on Instagram at Sensei Le Glove. If you are an anime fan, which I assume if you're listening to the podcast, you are. If you fuck with One Piece, subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. I make One Piece YouTubist. Man, I'm drunk. YouTuber, where I rate, review, react to different anime, mainly One Piece, because that shit is the greatest shit of all time. Yeah, man. Fuck with the kid. Also, follow Worst Generation Podcast at Worst Gen Pod on Twitter and Instagram. We are them niggas. Shout out to all my pod members, bro. Y'all all them niggas, bro. Can't wait to link with you niggas this summer for the first time. So, yes, sir.
Sensei, thanks again for coming through. Thank everybody for pulling up. Red Cup family, we out here. Itma, we out here. And I make sure in the description I have all the links for y'all. Until next time, peace.
Bye, niggas.
Yes, sir.